Jim, what does it take? What's the recipe for success of such projects as the Romanian CIC?
I think the key to a CIC or a Cyber Innovation Center is its flexibility. You really want to work with the partners on the project to define their requirements and then shape the program specifically to meet their requirements.
So it's the holistic approach. You understand the stakeholder map, you map and prioritize them properly, and only then engage in dialogue and do the planning.
Yeah.
Is that how it happens?
And sometimes we actually arrange workshops that really kind of draw the requirements out and provide some interaction. It's much easier to crystallize the where you need to go in that kind of an interactive environment.
Do you often come across perspectives where people think that cybersecurity is only about technology? So how difficult is it to convey this message that it is not only technology?
Fortunately, you're correct. Cybersecurity is much more than technology, and in fact, we in Fidelis always say that to solve today's advanced persistent threats, you need technology, you need tools, but you also need services and people with expertise. And when you put the three together, it becomes much more effective. And so that's what we try to do in the Cyber Innovation Center, is provide an environment where you can test technology, you can evolve processes, and train people all in the same facility.
So a tricky question. I think we should be able to address that one. It's a constant race, isn't it, between hackers on the evil side, if we like, and hackers on the in-house side, in the sense that they're in institutions, government institutions, companies, corporate contractors, experts in the field of cybersecurity. Who is winning this race on a skill set level?
That's a tough question, as you said. And I'm not sure that either the hackers are winning or we are winning. Temporarily, the hackers will often win. We will change processes and procedures to be able to counter them, and we'll stop them. And in fact, actually, if you take a multi-dimensional approach, you can be very effective in stopping the hackers. We've been doing this for over 25 years, standing up computer emergency response teams, investigating the big hacks, the big breaches, extracting the lessons learned, and moving those then into the solutions for our clients.
Jim, speaking of lessons learned, because we are addressing the issues of cybersecurity from multiple perspectives here, I keep wondering, why is there no single proper portal with case studies about past cyber attacks, which would be helpful for people who want to understand what kind of educational measures need to be developed, what kind of promotional campaigns should be developed? Why is there no Cyberpedia with case studies of past threats and past attacks consolidated?
Ironically, that is one of my concerns. We very much focus on taking the breaches that we do, extracting the lessons learned, and then at conferences like this, I oftentimes give a large-scale breach lessons learned presentation. We think it's very important to push those lessons learned out. Unfortunately, we see too often that they're not learned. In the context of the question that you just asked, we have developed some very good mechanisms, some automated mechanisms for sharing the technical details of compromises, the malicious IP addresses, the malicious web addresses, the URLs, the malware. A lot of that we can push out and share automatically and share very, very quickly, and in a form that lets people ingest that data into their sensor systems, their defensive systems. But when it comes to looking at trends and what we are seeing over the last 3 months, that's much harder, and that's where I think we're not doing a good job.